Happy Sunday morning, everybody. The news just came on and it said, hey, we will not have any tornado activity in at least 3 days. That's how bad it's been around here. Okay, it's going to be all about dirt racing today. And Jonathan Davenport, Superman. But before we talk about JD and his record winning at Eldora, we're going to let you all know that this Tuesday is night number 1 of the Summer Nationals. The Summer Nationals is in Brownstown, Illinois. The reason I say that is there is a Brownstown, Indiana. There have been people that went to one track or the other. How'd you like to do that? I'm in Brownstown, Indiana. Where's everybody at? It's because they're in Brownstown, Illinois. But anyway, the Summer Nationals starts this Tuesday, night number 1. It's a month long of racing. And for the late models, they pretty much race every day. Might get a little bit off, but every day. Okay, Jonathan Davenport out of Georgia gave everybody a Tennessee ass whipping at Tony Stewart's Eldora Speedway in Rossburg, Ohio. On early Saturday evening, they beat the rain. They had a really good crowd, around 20,000 people, and they decided to start the Dream. It's called the Dream. Paid $100,000 to win. They said, let's start it early. There's rain coming, and it looks like they got out of there before the rains come. Okay, JD. JD is like Kenny Rogers. He's an overnight hero. Did you know Kenny Rogers, the singer, had like his first hit like at 40, 41 years old? JD, Superman, he's a great dirt racer. That's why they call him Superman. And did you know I had a Kenny conversation with JD? So go to YouTube, look, just punch in Kenny Wallace, Jonathan Davenport. Let it be known that I am a dirt racer. I race as much dirt as anybody. I just don't talk about it a lot because it doesn't get a lot of hits, does not get a lot of views. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But I love dirt racing, and once again, about 20,000 people squeezed their skinny little asses in up there at Tony Stewart's Eldora Speedway in Rossburg, Ohio, and Tony was there. Tony Stewart was there. I believe he was there on Thursday night. Everybody took a lot of pictures. Tony was out there with a broom sweeping water off the racetrack, and they had a lot of rain up there. Okay, why are we going to talk about Jonathan Davenport? Well, JD gave him a Tennessee ass whipping last night, and that is a tribute to the great Scott Bloomquist. No one was as good as Scott Bloomquist at Eldora in the day. The great Billy Moyer. Billy Moyer should be mentioned right there with that. Years ago, there was $1 million to win race, and Donnie Moran, the $1 million man, he won that race. 40 years ago? Earl Baltus, the original owner of Eldora, said, we're going to pay $1 million to win. And Donnie Moran, the $1 million man, he won that race. Now, Donnie Moran's got a boy out there named Devin. Devin's a hot rod, too. He runs good, and he wins a lot. But this is all about Superman, Jonathan Davenport. Jonathan has won over $2 million at one racetrack. Yes, Louis. Even Louis looked at me like, what the hell did you just say? Now, listen, there's only one way you win over $2 million at one racetrack on dirt, and you do it at Eldora Speedway. Eldora Speedway and Knoxville, Iowa are famous for holding big money dirt races. And around COVID, believe it or not, around COVID, they started holding these special races. They paid them, it was called the Million, and JD won it. Superman, Jonathan Davenport, he won $1 million. Then they held a big money race. I think it paid $250,000 to win. It was called the Intercontinental. Oh, I forgot about that one too until I saw, I think Derek Kissinger put it on X. Then JD has won like 5 Dreams and 4 Worlds. World 100s. So you add it all up, it's well over $2 million. If you've won 5 Dreams and 4 Worlds, and then you won the million, then you won the Intercontinental, is there any other dirt track on the planet that one driver has won over $2 million at? I don't think so. All right, let's talk about JD from Georgia giving them a Tennessee ass whipping, because that's what Bloomquist would say. Bloomquist would win and he'd say, I gave everybody a Tennessee ass whipping tonight. So that was a tribute. When I said JD gave him a Tennessee ass whipping, that was a tribute to the great Scott Bloomquist. We lost Scott in a sad way. Crashed his plane into the side of a barn, and sad time in dirt racing. But Scott's been gone for a year or so now. So we do miss Scott Bloomquist. Okay, so JD started out, came storming on the dirt super late model stage, driving for NASCAR's Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer had a team, and Clint fired him, didn't think he was good enough. Remember those days? Hey, Clint, what are you thinking now, buddy? I just poking at you. But anyway, last night on Saturday, they knew that rain was coming in, so they started the race early. Listen to this. Talk about something insane. 100 lap race. And JD won the race by not pitting. He never pitted. He ran the whole race on the same set of tires. He won by 10 seconds, actually 10.1 seconds, and he was 100 pounds heavy at the scales. Now, I always run heavy too because my car likes rear percentage. So to get my rear percentage the way it is, it got to run a little heavy. There's nothing wrong with your car being a little heavy as long as the weight is in the right spot. So JD does it the hard way. He never pits, and he's over 100 pounds heavy. Now, Bobby Pierce runs second. Bobby's kicking everybody's ass this year. He's on it. Bobby had a right rear flat, so they went ahead and changed both rear tires. Why not? Bobby came from last and came all the way up to second. My buddy Nick Hoffman, shout out to Nick Hoffman. Nick ran third. Nick got in the wall. He had to pit. He went down a lap. He got the lucky dog, got his lap back. 100 laps at Eldora, like 300 laps at Martinsville. It's a lot of laps. So I don't think anybody has done what Jonathan has ever done in the history at Eldora Speedway. So Superman is at it again. And once again, if you want to see an in-depth conversation about Jonathan Davenport, go over there to the Kenny Wallace YouTube show. Just punch in Kenny Wallace, Jonathan Davenport. Jonathan's got a hell of a story. He was once almost blind. He said he was driving down the road and the road was, illuminated, and he was seeing double of lights on people's cars. And our buddy Greg Deathridge. Greg, I'm giving you a shout out, so calm down. Every time we talk about glasses, Greg texts me. Greg is out of Texas. He loves the Texas Rangers. But Greg is a great optician, and he gave Jonathan Davenport some glasses. And once Jonathan Davenport started wearing glasses, he said, here's what Jonathan said. He said it's easy for him to see the rubber and up when the track takes rubber, and he just started winning. It's crazy as hell. It's a crazy story, but you can find that story over there on the Kenny Wallace YouTube show. Just punch in Kenny Wallace, Jonathan Davenport. All right, JD's setting records. I'll venture to say, respond right here. No one has ever in history won over $2 million at Eldora Speedway. So, all right, I want everybody to start telling me who has won more money. Who has won more money at Eldora than Superman? I don't think anybody has ever won as much money as Jonathan Davenport. And here's why. Because they held the 1 million, the million, then the Intercontinental. So when you add up the million and the Intercontinental and add that on to the World 100s and the Dream, When he won that million, that put him up there really quick. So congratulations, JD. You are certainly, and you truly are, Superman. By the way, JD, if you got this far, I can smell your breath from here. I know you like that liquor, buddy. I can't wait to see you on Snapchat. You and your wife gonna be bellied up at the bar at the house. Woo! What are you gonna drink? What do you drink, by the way? JD, respond right here. What do you drink? I see you at your bar all the time. And for everybody here on social media, just a little something to tell you. Snapchat is where it really happens. Snapchat. Congratulations, JD. Bobby Pierce on second. Nick Hoffman third. All right. Louie, stop it. If every man could do that,